about those in a second. The flute studio has been participating, playing fifes, so those look kind of like the size of the piccolo, but they just have holes with no keys. So one of the purposes of the West Virginia University Fife and Drum Corps is to portray the music found in the military during the Revolutionary and Civil Wars. Conducting research into the musical practices of the military has some inherent difficulties. We, of course, have no recordings of the actual music played during the Revolutionary War, and musical notations varied greatly in format from this time period. Throughout the past 2 centuries, many experts have undertaken the task of reproducing the style and content of the music found in the Army camp. This short musical segment will provide a brief glimpse into the sounds and daily activities of the military fife and drummer. The fife and drum were primarily signaling devices used by the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War. The large rope drums and 6-hole fifes, as well as some of the tunes and drum beatings, were actually borrowed from the English. England had already adopted the fife and drum into their military code prior to the 19th century. A typical day would begin for the fife and drums by playing reveille. When reveille was played, that told the soldiers it was time to wake up and prepare for the day. This drum beat and fife tune have become known as the 3 camps. This is a very important beat for the drummers in that it shows the skill of the long roll. Not only did this music tell the sleeping soldiers to rise and prepare for the day, it also told the guards to leave off challenging for the night. About an hour after reveille was played, the fife and drums would signal to everyone in the camp that breakfast was ready. There were many songs that could have been played at this time of the day. We will play a traditional tune entitled Peas Upon a Trencher. Peas were cooked in hot water until soft, then made into soup or porridge. The soldiers would store their own wooden bowl in their backpacks and use it for the pea soup. During the Civil War, the same wooden bowl would be used out on the field to dig a trench during battle. That's where we get the name Peas Upon a Trencher. Drum rudiments. Most drum rudiments are named using onomatopoeia, or words that describe the sound. Our rudiments, such as the flam, paradiddle, and ratamacue, are all examples of onomatopoeia. The flam, or falam, sounds like this. The paradiddle, or paradiddle, sounds like this. The ratamacue, or ratamacue, sounds like this. These and many other rudiments were combined to call signals in the Army camp for such tasks Taps as Go for Wood, or Flam, Tap, Flam, or Go for Water, Point Stroke and 10-stroke roll. The dinner call would always be a tune that would remind the soldiers of some sort of food. One of the best known dinner calls would be the roast beef of Old England. Again, the title shows the connection between England and early American musical tunes. Along with signal calling, the fife and drum provided music for both marching the soldiers from one place to another, as well as providing music for entertainment. Even after more than 230 years, many of us still know the popular tune, Yankee Doodle. Initially, the song was sung by the English and was actually making fun of the Americans in the Continental Army. The popular verse goes like this: Yankee Doodle went to town, a-riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his cap, and called it... Right, good. Here's another verse of Yankee Doodle describing a scene in the army camp. And there we saw some little kegs, and on them skins of leather. They're beat upon with little clubs to call the folks together. We will finish this segment of the Fife and Drum Corps performance with Yankee Doodle.